we've got 3 different test rigs. All of them have top drives. They're fully operational, full mud rig systems. We have 17 open test wells right now with surface casings.
We've tested bits, motors, MWD tools. We've tested different kinds of drilling fluids, packers, casing running tools. We've ran different types of casing just to see if it can be done on land. We've ran rotary steerables, LWDs, wire line. We've ran coil tubing. Pretty much anything you can think of that you can drill an oil well or gas well with, we've tested some kind of form of it out here. In front of us is the 3 shakers we have on this rig. That's what we use for solids control. And the solids come off the end of the shaker down into the bin directly beneath us, and the mud falls back down through the screen and goes back into the main mud system to be recirculated and ran back down hole. Right behind us are the 2 centrifuges that we have on this rig. We use them to help thin the mud down if we do get high solids in it or if our weight starts getting up high. There's a pump that sucks the mud out from the shell pit and the sand trap. It goes through the centrifuge. It basically takes all the solids out of the mud and you're left with almost straight water, and it recirculates it into the system to help thin the mud down. We're standing above right now is the premix. There's a caustic barrel right there that we use to mix caustic soda. It raises the pH of the mud, which goes down for various reasons, including bacteria eating the mud. The main suction pit is where we mix the majority of our mud. We'll mix a pill of roughly 80 barrels and pump it over into the main suction pit from the premix. That's our big triplex mud pumps. They're capable of flowing. We flowed up to 1,200 gallons a minute with them, and they're capable of up to 5,000 PSI. The main suction is the bottom, and the high pressure is the stuff in red up on top. The fluid comes in through the piping in the wall right here, goes through the charge pump. The charge pump keeps the mud pump from sucking air. That way you don't have any air pockets or anything in the mud. These mud pumps are powered by big electric motors. They are 1,600 horsepower. This is a big blower fan that keeps the electric motor cool. This is the VFD house. This is where every bit of electricity from the rig comes out and goes up to whatever it's functioning. We have 3 generators on this rig, and all 3 generators are linked together in here. This is the substructure for the rig. It does have a walking package on it. There's 4 yellow hydraulic cylinders of feet underneath this rig. The big center part is on each one is a hydraulic cylinder. It'll actually pick the whole rig up, and you can walk it about 3 feet per step. This is what we use to lift pipe up to the rig floor. The center section that's white actually raises up. We're not actually lifting anything up to the rig floor on a winch. It's all securely set down in there. There's little pins that come up on either side of it to keep the pipe or tubular or casing or whatever it happens to be from falling off. The yellow piece that sticks up above everything is a skate. You use it to push everything up toward the end of it and slide it out the end. You can actually latch onto it with the elevators from on there. The chair right in front of us with Andy in it is the driller's chair. That's where you control everything going on in the rig. This rig's joystick controlled. There's no brake handle on it. It's all electric and hydraulic. The joysticks control most of the functions for the drawworks. The up and down is on the left-hand side, and the top drive controls are on the right-hand side with the link tilt and forward and reverse on the rotary. The computers on either side control the mud pumps and the various other functions like tongs and the rotary table. The 2 electric motors behind us are the drive motors for the drawworks. Back there, this is the gearbox that combines the power from both motors. And then there's a shaft that goes in between there that turns the drawworks drum. Underneath each one of these covers is disc brakes on this rig. There's 4 calipers on either side that are standard operation and 2 emergency calipers on them. There's 3 hydraulic winches on this rig. All 3 of them are actually rated to have a person on, rated as a man rider, however you want to say it.
As you can see, they are tripping in the hole. So what are they about to do?
They're getting ready to push the slips in. That's the slips set in. Top drive's going to go on down. He's going to open the elevators, raise the top drive back up, and latch another joint or another stand. That big red thing is an NOV ST80. It is a big pipe wrench. It'll spin the pipe together and torque it. Anytime you're putting pipe together, you can use the ST80. If you're putting a bit together and certain tools, they don't want you to use the clamping force of any iron roughneck can egg or distort the outside of the tool. This rig has a can rig top drive on it. It's a 275 ton. It's all electric and hydraulic. That's what turns the pipe, puts out the torque to keep drilling down hole. The bottom piece that's red is the bottom of the bells in the elevators. Above that, the piece sticking down is the piece of pipe sticking down is the quill. The square block is a grabber box. It's used as a backup wrench, basically for the top drive, so you can torque it into the pipe to make a connection. Y'all can come out here and test anything you want. We'll run it down a hole for you.